Hola amigos y amigas, I am Leila, also known as Ms. Bohemian. I forgot what I call this series. Welcome to my wheel journey part 4. I'm going to interject myself real quick here because this was my wheel journey part 5, not part 4, featuring the Moxi Fundae wheels. I don't have the Moxi Fundae wheels to show you, but I have been on quite the wheel journey. My god. So I started out with the Moxi Lolly. I have the Moxi Lolly skates, and I started out with the Moxi Gummy wheels, which come with the Moxi Lolly skates. And these wheels are 78A durometer 65mm wheels, meaning that they are the softest wheels you can find, gummiest wheels, and the largest. As you can see, I have worn in my yellow ones quite a bit. They're a tad bit smaller and not as sticky as these two, but these are pretty sticky and they're not the easiest to skate with indoors. Although this one, I skate in with indoors fabulously because I've worn down the stickiness of them so much from skating outside that it's easier for me to skate with them inside, and I haven't had any issues and I actually love it. But I have been trying to find like a happier medium when it comes to wheel durometer and size, mainly for indoors. Outdoors, I still need my 78A durometer, but I've mainly been using the Radar Energy wheel, the smaller ones at 57mm, because it makes it easier to roller dance with them. And I love them, and I have them in my skate playlist and everything else that I could ever mention about roller skates here. But I've been on a wheel journey finding something with a little bit of a harder durometer and a smaller size, and one of my classmates at the Roller Dance Academy loves the Moxi Fundae wheels. I believe they're 92A durometer, so they're considered good for indoors and outdoors and park skating, if I remember correctly. And I think they're like a 57mm size. But as far as size and durometer went, they were pretty much what I was looking for. This is the thing. I don't think I gave them the fairest chance. They have a pretty good shape to them because I was considering them against the Grindstone Smoke Show wheels, but across the board I read that those are clunkier and more for park skating, and that the plus with the Moxi Fundae wheels is that they have rounded edges, which make them good for roller dancing as well. And then my classmate loves them. She uses them outdoors and roller dances with them and said that they had some good stickiness to them, so they weren't like a very slip and slide 92A wheel. So when they arrived, she was absolutely right. They were fabulous. The durometer was one that I could handle. It wasn't as slippery as the luminous wheels that were 97A. Granted, those were 97A, but it still wasn't that slippery. And it was a little stickier than I would envision wheels at that durometer to be. I think the Grindstone ones are supposed to be a little less sticky than the Moxi Fundae wheels. So it worked for me. And the rounded edges were fine, but because, and this is where I didn't give them the fairest chance, because at that time I was enamored by the Radar Crush wheels, which I featured in my previous video, and you can view that here. It's a huge jump and difference both between durometers between those wheels and size, and the Radar Crush wheels are much smaller and lighter. So because I was psychologically coming off of using the Radar Crush wheels and then jumping into the Moxi Fundae wheels, the Moxi Fundae wheels felt very heavy and very clunky, and I just hated them and I couldn't use them, and I didn't give them much of a chance. I'm thinking of trying out the Moxi Trick wheels first before I see if I want to try the Moxi Fundae wheels, because those are said to be really good for dancing. But do I not recommend the Moxi Fundae wheels? No. They came to me at a time where I was trying them out, and psychologically, whether we like to or not, we compare things, we try to other things that are prevalent in our lives as far as experience goes. And at that time, I was really connecting with the Radar Crush wheels. And so to compare the Moxi Fundae wheels to those wheels is not fair. And if I'm liking one, I'm not gonna like the other. I think it's that kind of a stark contrast between the wheels. But I have a feeling that if I was to try them again, I would do better with them. But because they're expensive, wheels are expensive. Not to say the Moxi Fundae wheels are exorbitantly expensive. They're regular price. Sometimes wheels fall between like $35 for 4. I think the Moxi Fundaes are $45 for 4. So it's in that decent range between $70 to $90 for an 8-pack. And so the Moxi Fundae wheels came in at $90 for the 8-pack. Is it worth it if you like them? Yeah. But because I was still am hopping around between wheels and trying out so many different things, and I was able to get these off of Amazon where you can do very easy, guilt-free, hassle-free returns. I opted to return them, and then if I want to revisit it and try them again, I can order them again. So that's why I returned them, not because they were faulty or not good in any way, shape, or form, but because at the point in time that I tried them in, they weren't what I was looking for. But I recommend them. Does that make sense? Because they were a little stickier than I think most most 92A wheels out there, which makes sense because they are advertised as being hybrid wheels, and I can absolutely see them being hybrid wheels. They did great indoors. I wasn't sticking to the floor. It was working really well with the indoor space, and I also feel that I would have been very comfortable using them outdoor. And I'm very picky because I like my wheels super gummy for outdoors, but these would make me feel secure in them as well outdoors. So Moxi pretty much hits the nail on the head with how they describe those wheels, and Moxi for the most part turns out incredible quality skate stuff. So check it out if that's what you might be leaning towards. Again, wheels are very much a personal thing, so hopefully my personal experience doesn't taint what you're looking for, but you can read between the lines and see if anything that I'm saying might actually mean that these wheels work out for you. But if you have more experience with the Fundaes, let me know, and if you have any tips or tricks or advice to offer me, I am all ears, and thank you in advance. And that's it for today. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for more, and see you in my next one. Ciao for now.